Rory, your timing, as ever, is amazing. Get your feet off my cards. Gosh, I'm glad these are going into my personal collection. Dude, the cat cam area is over there. Meow. Yes, I love you. You are my bestest boy. But can you go curl up on a blanket for a bit, please? The pillow works too. Thank you, home. I just realized the cat cam tonight also works as a, you can see that I just did laundry tonight because I've got the jerseys that my son and I wore to the Angels home opener sitting on the back of the couch to air dry. Alright, gonna try something a little different tonight. I have no idea if this is gonna work, but I've got a bunch of cards that I still need to open. eBay purchases. Boop. And to honor the fact that on the home opener, my son and I sat in the trout farm, we're gonna do this. The most low-key, not to be confused with Loki, backdrop ever. But hey, I just want to get my cards opened so I can put them in my binders. Another purchase from Check Out My Cards. It's going to be interesting to watch because I cannot see what I'm doing at all right now. Foam peanuts. Doop. Oh, here's some cards that I didn't know existed until recently. Got gold and red versions of 2013 Topps The Elite. Honestly, I genuinely still feel bad for Josh Hamilton. His shoulder was so jacked up in those final days with the Angels. Probably shouldn't have signed him, but he was such an emotional guy. I can never forget that. I think it was the first road trip back to Texas after we signed him. He was in the on deck circle and joking around with somebody in the stands, and he had a great day at the plate that day. And I just kept thinking, we gotta find out who that guy is and just make sure he sits in the front row near the on deck circle no matter what. But sadly it didn't work out. Here we go, more 2013 Jared Weaver Chasing History autograph. One of those cards that I can't believe I had not picked up. This one's celebrating his 100th victory. At that point, all as an angel. Love cards like that. And here we go with more 2013 Josh Hamilton goodness. Chasing History relic. Home jersey chunk. Celebrating 200 home runs. Love stuff like that. All right. I swear I went ape crazy on a few nights, and then I almost said I let being a freshman psychology student get the better of me, but I'm a freshman psychology student. My job is to make my schoolwork my priority. So just don't tape 4 sides of the card, please. Just please. All right. I was wondering earlier tonight if I'd gotten this card, if it was sitting on the table, and there we go. Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, dual relic 2025 Topps Series 1, number 22 of 99. Kind of cracks me up a little bit that every single card in this series has Judge's number on it. He seems like a good person, but he's a Yankee, so I cannot find it in my heart to root for him in the game of baseball. Does that make me shallow? It very well might. Do I care? Absolutely not. I want to say one of my proudest accomplishments as an Angels fan is that even my ex-wife still hates the Yankees. All right. Hey, here we go. More 2013 goodness. More Josh Hamilton goodness. Manufactured relic. I will say it every time. Not a fan of these, but this is a really cool patch. And this particular one is in good shape, good rotation. Topps doesn't always place these well, especially in this era. They would sometimes be a little off center and whatnot, but that's a pretty cool card. I like it. I hear one of the cats eating in the other room. I'm starting to think I should put a camera in there. All right, all right. You're really starting to see a theme here. 2013, the gold version of the Chasing History relic with Josh Hamilton. Again, with a chunk of the white home jersey. Seems to have a little bit of discoloration there. I don't know if that's legit uniform dirt or just somebody stuck their thumb on it. But still, that's a cool card. Seemed like a good dude. Had his struggles. Worked hard to overcome them. Dude's got my respect. Alright, this is a weird looking package, but it feels like there's a I gotta stop showing people's addresses. Feels like there's a regular card in there. All right, here we go back to 2025. Nolan Schanuel, Major League material relics. Somebody crammed this card into a regular, it's a relic card. Somebody put it in a regular top loader. All right. Don't put relic cards in regular top loaders, please. I don't even know how you got it in here. That goes into the trash. It's a good looking card. So, as I mentioned, I went to the Angels home opener. Took my son Friday night. Made my usual trek through the team stores. And as they've done for years, the Angels had a bunch of the previous year's uniforms for sale. Usually players that were on the team for a very short time the previous season. And if you remember, there was a lot made about the low quality of the uniforms at the start of last season. The font for the names on the backs of the jerseys was not just smaller, they were like iron-ons instead of sewn on. It was ridiculous from every single article I read. So actually seeing, and more importantly feeling, some of these jerseys a couple nights ago, it was ridiculous, because a couple seasons ago I got like the full on field City Connect jersey, and it was the fabric was so soft, it was great. But then seeing actually a Nolan Schanuel jersey sitting there on the rack at the game, felt that the fabric was not nearly as soft. And quite honestly, I'm really surprised that the players did not immediately demand that everything immediately get replaced. Because, oh my goodness, it was ridiculous how bad that fabric was. All right. Oh, not that one. Armalope. All right, there we go. What are the odds? It's still got probably a dozen more cards to go through. And 2 in a row are Archanuel relics. I'm not gonna lie, that is one of the sloppiest tape jobs I've ever seen. All right, there we go. Regular old relic. All these bits of tape that stick to my fingers, I kind of feel like I'm a kindergartner doing arts and crafts. All right. Boop. Go something in a black puffy envelope. There we go. I feel like usually by now I would say something about how the Angels did today, but they had an off day, so there is nothing to say. What is this? Somebody heat sealed this? That's a new one. Not gonna lie, there are days that I think we live in a simulation and whoever is running the simulation creates new stuff just to annoy me. Like that. And yes, I am fully aware of how egocentric that sounds. But, here we go. What year is this? 2020 Topps Series 1 Global Game Medallion, Shohei Ohtani. I love how they limited how much the emblem could shift in the card. All right. What do we got next? We have cardboard. Hooray! So, One of the classes I'm taking this semester, as a freshman psychology student, is Introduction to Experimental Methods. And Professor Fergie is doing a very good job of teaching us the proper way of performing studies. And the more of these packages that I open that I think are ridiculously overpacked, the more I want to do an actual scientific study as to whether or not all that extra effort and expenditure makes for safer shipping. So, just finished spring break. Today was the first day of week 9 of 16. So hopefully, in another 8.5 weeks, I'll be much more qualified to perform such an experiment. In the meantime, 2025 Topps Series 1, 1990 Topps Jim Abbott on-card autograph. So much respect for this guy. Actually, at the home opener on Friday night, he was very much featured in one of the promos in between innings, which is good to see, wearing his usual number 25. All right, what do we have here? Oh, there we go. 2025 Topps Series 1 Baseball Stars Ben Joyce auto. Though I'm not gonna lie, I thought I already had one of these. Yeah, sure did. Somehow managed to buy 2 of them. But seriously, if you're gonna buy more than one auto of a reliever, why the heck shouldn't it be Ben Joyce? Dude throws a baseball faster than most people have been able to drive their car. All right. What else do we have? Dude's got such an arm. I actually poked my kid and I was like, dude, look over into the bullpen. Watch this guy throw. And when I told him how fast Ben Joyce throws, my dude was like, so you're saying his arm is like a gun? And I was like, well, yeah. Here we go. Trouty, 1990 Topps Baseball Relic. Little bit of game-used bat chunk. One of these days I'm going to have to post a pic of the PSA. Oh, I wish I would have seen that before I bought it. There's a crinkle there. Dad burn it. One of these days I'll post a pic of the Purple Pen Auto PSA DNA that I have from the 2010 Futures game. First time he played at the Big A. That was really the game that garnered him national attention. Lots of paper. I have no idea what this is. Hey, there we go. Is this the base? It is the base. Opened a few of the variants on the last feed. But Zach Neto, City Connect. Gosh, I love these jerseys. I actually I bought the City Connect license plate frame at the home opener. Gosh, that fabric's so soft. And stuck it on my car the next day. So it's just, those uniforms are so cool. All right. Hey, a card. Oh, this is the companion card. I was like, why the heck did I buy a regular Mike Trout card? But companion card. As I understand it, only available in certain packages. Looks like a normal card, but it's got a different picture on it, and I am super happy to add that to the collection. Oh my goodness, so many cards. All right, wait, I appear to be down to just 2 more packages as you hear things fall to the ground. And this is the only one that I'm sure is an actual card. Boop. Oh, okay. Now I understand why it's such a weird package. It's the Mike Trout pin. I dig those. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think that's like the 3rd Trouty pin that I've gotten over the past few years. I may have to go to a game and stick those on my hat. All right. Please don't bend. I will do my best. For the life of me, this may not be an Angels thing. This may not even be a baseball thing. Wait, stays fresh? No light, no air, packed in. I mean, this isn't even a comic book backing board and bag, but that may be the weirdest piece of cardboard I've ever seen in a package. All right. It's in here somewhere. There we go. All right. Oversized base card. Collect all 25. I don't want all 25. I only want this one. Oversized Mike Trout. Same image as the companion card. That's insane. I mean, look at that. 29 games played last year and still had a 1.0 WAR. That's kind of nuts. So, yeah, 40 home runs in 119 games in 2022. Kind of insane. But yeah, gotta love the big cards. And that just seems like a really good place to end this. So, pardon my cheapo setup. You know what? I can't have that be the last image. You see? There we go. I think I am all caught up in terms of opening the things I've received. And yeah, there we go. Blah, blah, blah. Like, blah, blah, blah. Subscribe. And thanks to my one subscriber. And hopefully you'll stumble across this video at some point and dig some of the cards that I got. Take care and go Angels. Whoop.